Imagine a massive, multi-million-dollar warship. For decades, it sailed the world's oceans, carrying thousands of sailors and facing the harshest conditions known to man. Now it is loaded with explosives. A countdown echoes across the water. 3, 2, 1. Detonation. Plumes of smoke billow into the sky, and the massive steel giant slowly slips beneath the waves, destined for the dark, crushing depths of the ocean. To most people, watching a ship sink is a tragedy. But what if I told you that this intentional destruction is actually one of the greatest acts of environmental preservation? Welcome to the fascinating and somewhat bizarre world of artificial reefs. When we think of the ocean, we often picture vibrant coral reefs, teeming with colorful fish, sea turtles, and sharks. But the reality is quite different. The vast majority of the ocean floor is essentially a barren desert. It is made up of flat, featureless sand and mud, stretching for thousands of miles. In these endless underwater deserts, there is no shelter. Small fish have nowhere to hide from predators, which means they simply cannot survive there. And without small fish, larger predators do not stick around. It is a dead zone. For life to thrive, the ocean needs structure. It needs verticality. Naturally, this structure is provided by coral reefs or rocky outcroppings. But here's the heartbreaking truth. Our natural coral reefs are dying. Due to climate change, ocean acidification, pollution, and overfishing, we have lost over half of the world's coral reefs in the last few decades. If this trend continues, nearly all natural reefs could disappear by the end of the century. The ocean is losing its cities, its forests, its habitats, and that's exactly where human engineering steps in, turning our retired vessels into underwater sanctuaries. So how exactly does a sunken piece of rusting steel become a thriving marine ecosystem? It all comes down to a biological process called succession. The moment a ship hits the ocean floor, the transformation begins. Within mere hours, ocean currents sweep over the steel hull, bringing microscopic life. Bacteria and algae are the first to arrive, attaching themselves to the metal and forming a thin, slimy layer called a biofilm. This film completely changes the texture of the metal, making it the perfect landing pad for the next wave of inhabitants. Within a few weeks, tiny organisms drifting in the ocean currents, such as barnacles, sponges, and coral larvae, start to settle on the ship. Because the ship provides a solid foundation high off the sandy bottom, it exposes these organisms to nutrient-rich water flowing by. As these corals and sponges grow, they create a complex three-dimensional environment. The ship's empty hallways, staircases, and cargo holds become the perfect hiding spots for small fish. They can dart inside the dark rooms to escape predators or lay their eggs in safety. Once the small fish move in, the larger predators immediately follow. Snappers, groupers, barracudas, and eventually reef sharks and manta rays arrive to hunt. Within just a few years, a dead steel hull is completely unrecognizable. It becomes entirely encrusted in vibrant corals, pulsing with life and functioning exactly like a natural reef. But sinking a ship is not as simple as blowing a hole in the bottom and watching it go down. In fact, doing that would cause an environmental disaster. Ships are built to withstand the elements, and to do that, they are filled with toxic materials. Fuel oil, asbestos, lead-based paints, and heavy metals are hidden in every corner of a vessel. Before a ship can be returned to the ocean, it must undergo a massive, multi-million-dollar cleaning process that can take years. Engineers go through the ship inch by inch. They strip away miles of electrical wire, drain every single drop of oil, and blast away toxic paint. Even doors and hatches are completely removed. This is done to prevent future scuba divers from getting lost and trapped inside. Large holes are precisely cut into the hull, not just to help the ship sink evenly, but to allow sunlight to penetrate deeper into the vessel, promoting coral growth inside the ship's interior. Only when the ship is entirely stripped bare and completely harmless to the environment is it finally ready to be deployed. Perhaps the most magnificent example of this science in action is the USS Oriskany. The Oriskany was an 888-foot-long United States Navy aircraft carrier that served in the Korean and Vietnam Wars. In 2006, after a massive cleanup effort, she was towed 22 miles off the coast of Pensacola, Florida. 500 pounds of C4 were strategically detonated along her hull. It took exactly 37 minutes for the 32,000-ton behemoth to sink to the bottom of the Gulf of Mexico. Today, the Oriskany is affectionately known as the Great Carrier Reef. It's the largest artificial reef in the world. If you dive there today, you won't see a weapon of war. You'll see an underwater paradise. The massive flight deck is home to giant schools of amberjack and red snapper. Whale sharks and manta rays have been spotted cruising past her towering radar tower. The Oriskany has created a massive, thriving ecosystem where absolutely none existed before. The benefits of these artificial reefs go beyond marine biology. They are also massive economic engines. Shipwrecks attract scuba divers, underwater photographers, and fishermen from all over the globe. The USS Oriskany alone generates millions of dollars every single year for the local economy through dive tourism, hotels, and boat charters. Furthermore, by drawing fishermen and divers away from the fragile, struggling natural reefs, these sunken ships give natural corals the time and space they desperately need to heal and recover from human impact. It's a rare win-win scenario. We dispose of massive, obsolete vessels in an environmentally friendly way. We create brand new habitats for marine life, and we boost local economies all at the same time. Nature is incredibly resilient. It just needs a little bit of help. By giving the ocean a structural foundation, we allow life to take over, turning human engineering into a masterpiece of nature. In a world where human activity so often destroys natural habitats, sinking ships on purpose is a beautiful exception. It's one of the very few times